Okay, so we've been practicing rational functions for a while now, and today we're going over slant asymptotes. Okay, so really not much changes other than the fact that we have to, instead of a horizontal asymptote, we are dealing with a slant asymptote. And to find that, we actually have to do long division. Now, for the sake of time and the length of this video, I'm not going to show all of the long division. Okay, but you are going to FOIL this out and get x squared minus x minus 30 over x plus 3. Your vertical asymptote's at x equals negative 3. Your slant is at x minus 4. Your x-intercepts are negative 5 and 6. And your y-intercept is at 0, negative 10. Okay, so now that we have all that information, we're going to go ahead and graph it. Our vertical asymptote is at negative 3. Our slant asymptote, y-intercept negative 4 with a 1 slope. So here is my horizontal asymptote. My x-intercepts at negative 5 and positive 6, and negative 10 is my y-intercept. And again, I've got one vertical asymptote here at negative 3, so I'm going to have two pieces. Since I have this x-intercept here, I know that it's going to go up and follow my vertical, come down here and follow my slant. These two here are going to connect and follow my asymptotes. And this is going to come down and follow that way. Okay, these are really easy. The hardest part about these is finding that slant asymptote by doing long division. Okay, the second one, again, this is x squared plus 4x on top when you distribute. Our vertical asymptote's at x equals negative 6. My slant is at y equals x minus 2. My x-intercepts are at 0, 0 and negative 4, 0. And my y-intercept is the same as this point at 0, 0. Okay, vertical asymptote at negative 6. Slant asymptote, y-intercept negative 2, again has a slope of 1, so you can use that slope going up 1 over 1, up 1 over 1, up 1 over 1. Same in the other direction. Okay, then your intercepts at 0 and negative 4. Now, again, on the left side, this time there is no x-intercept, so it can't come down, so we know it's got to come up and then follow our slant asymptote that way. So you'll see this little bit on the bottom. Our other one, since we have these two right here, and again, our function's got to follow our asymptotes, we should double check at negative 2. So let's plug in negative 2. We get negative, positive, positive on the bottom. So at negative 2, I'm on the negative side down here. So that solidifies the fact that it goes like this and then goes that way, like that. Okay. Now, the third problem, and this is where it gets a little more difficult. Okay. So again, I've actually already given it to you FOILed out. So here is the polynomial if you multiply the 3 factors on top and the 2 factors on the bottom. Our vertical asymptotes are at 7 and negative 5. X-intercepts at 0, 0, negative 4, 0, negative 7, 0. Our y-intercept is at 0, 0. Now, our long division, x squared minus 2x minus 35, and underneath is our 4x cubed plus 44x squared plus 122x plus 0, putting in that last term. You're going to put 4x because 4x times x squared gives me 4x cubed minus 8x minus 140x. And then you switch the signs, which gives you 0. This gives you 52x squared, sorry, this would be x squared, plus 262x plus 0. Then next, what times x squared gives you 52x squared? That's 52. We're done. We don't even have to multiply it out. Once we get here, that is our slant, so it's y equals 4x plus 52. So it's our slant asymptote. Okay, now this is where it gets kind of tricky, because that 52 on our y-intercept for our asymptote is going to be killer. So what we're going to do is we're going to basically rescale these and multiply them by 10. So this is 10, 20, 60, 80, 100, negative. So these are all going to be by multiplying everything by 10s, okay, to give us enough room. Okay, so our vertical asymptotes are at 7 and negative 5. So here's our negative one here, right? And then our positive one will be about right here. Our slant is going to be 50, maybe 50 right here, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 over 1. 1, 2, 3, 4 over 1. 1, 2, 3, 4 over 1. 2, 3, 4 over 1. Okay. And then our x-intercepts. We have one at 0, 0 right here. We have one at negative 7, which is going to be over here. And then we have one at negative 4, which is going to be right here on this side. Okay? Now, this asymptote here, like this, since I don't have on my right side, I don't have an x-intercept. It can't come up here and follow it out. So this one is that little piece there. It's going to look like that. This one's going to come down and cross and follow that way. And this middle piece is going to come up, turn around and cross and come back down like that. And if you had plugged in a point like negative 1, like x equals negative 1, you would have gotten a negative, positive, positive over negative, and a positive. So this becomes positive. So that's why in between here, we're on the positive side. Okay? And this one's just difficult because of the scaling of it. Okay? And then the last one. So again, I've already given it to you with everything distributed out. So our vertical asymptotes are at 7, x equals 7, x equals negative 3. Y-intercepts at 9, sorry, x-intercepts at 9, negative 7, and positive 5. And if you look right here, that is our y-intercept at 0, negative 15, because it does reduce to negative 15. And our slant asymptote is y equals x minus 3. Okay? And again, start with our verticals. I don't have to scale anything on this one. So there's negative 7. Oh, sorry. Positive 7. On the wrong side. Positive 7. And then at -3, 1, 2, 3, our slant is at -3 with a slope of 1. Then our x-intercepts, the x-intercept is at -7, +5, and 9. Okay? And again, so on the left side, so it either comes down this way or it comes up this way. Well, if it comes up this way, it's going to look like that, and it's not going to cross this x-intercept. So that cannot be which way we go. So it has to come down here, cross my x-axis, and then follow out my slant asymptote. Same thing on the other side, the right side. It either comes down this way or it comes up this way. But if we do this, we have this x-intercept that it didn't cross, so it can't be at the top. It has to be at the bottom. So it's got to come up this way. It's going to cross and then follow that asymptote, slant that way. Now the middle piece. The middle piece, we are going to have to plug in a value and see where we're at. Except for the fact that we have a y-intercept down here at -15. So since we have that, we forgot to graph. So if these two connect, then it has to look like that. And that's how you graph rationals with slant asymptotes. Nothing really changes from where we were the last couple of days. You just have to remember that when you look at the different pieces, just look at what you have. Those x-intercepts and the y-intercepts are going to help you tremendously.